properly started getting 5G and I'm really enjoying it. Although it's still showing 4G. I think in this location it is like that. Now what is the weird part? Here I'm not getting 5G, but just 5 feet away I'm getting 5G. This is the problem with 5G. It's not there yet, like completely. But speeds are crazy good. Like check this out. You know, the weird part is, abhi ghar ka Wi-Fi is only 300 Mbps. In fact, if I go down, I'm getting more than 700 Mbps here. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, guys. What's up, guys? Kaise ho? Hope everyone is doing great. These days, I'm getting up like sharp on dot 7 o'clock. Doesn't matter where am I, whether I'm on a tour, whether I'm at home. Sometimes it is irritating because I feel like sleeping a little bit more, but no, that's not happening. Anyways, that's a good thing because our biological clock is set right now. I'm feeling very sleepy by 10 o'clock in the night. Thanks to Naisha school, I have to set everything ready, go drop her, do all that. So, but there's also one more thing. First thing, the moment I get up, I need my breakfast for sure. I can skip my lunch, I can skip my dinner. In case you guys are my old subscribers, you know what Sriman Kotaru eats for his breakfast, right? The world famous tiffin box. These days I'm not showing it much, but I still continue that. Oats, a protein powder and peanut butter. That way I will never miss my breakfast. Proper scoop of oats, scoop of protein powder, and last but not the least, a nice creamy proper scoop of peanut butter. That's it. I need to put some hot water and we have a power packed meal. I'm using Wow Life Science creamy Sattu peanut butter. The secret ingredient, the most power packed superfood is that Sattu. Sattu is nothing but roasted chana powder. It's a traditional protein powerhouse. Peanuts, chana, jaggery, all this. They've always been consumed in India as a healthy snack. It's also got chia, pumpkin, watermelon and sunflower seeds. It provides you that nice protein and instant energy. In every scoop of this peanut butter, you get 28% protein. It's 100% natural. It's got zero added sugar. No preservatives, no palm oils, no emulsifiers or any artificial flavors. This is the creamy Sattu version. I also like the unsweetened one. It's a little bit crunchy, as in you have chunks of peanuts in it. Depends on your taste. I personally prefer the creamy one. You can use my coupon code Sriman Kotaru 20 and get a flat 20% off at buywow.in or the app. All the links are in the description box below. You can buy it from Amazon, Flipkart. So let's finish this snack. I need to put some hot water in it and start ordering and be wow naturally.
What's your boy? Sattu, Lavanu, hope everyone is doing good.
My god, now we have a new vlogger at home. Very good, nice show. You went to school. You went to school?
Yes.
What did you do?
Eating.
You know eating? क्या खाने के लिए जा रहा तू स्कूल को? Double money ennaali double. How many days will we keep earning here? But doesn't matter, we have to earn. And I've been promising you guys from a long time that I'll make a video about investing, about the basics of investing. I'm not like a pro level, but whatever I know, whatever I think is good for a beginner to start with, that things I'll share. I've shared this before as well, but only when I keep sharing this, you people start taking an initiative. Only after that particular video, I get a lot of screenshots of your portfolios. You'll be like, Sriman, see, I've invested here. It was this much, now it's become that much. Because of you, we're able to make a little bit of money, which is very good. I feel really good about it, helping you guys. But then after that, slowly it slows down. No, you have to make it a habit. Don't just invest because I am saying it. You have to invest because otherwise inflation will kick you left, right and center. Whatever it is, you have to remember one thing here. Most of my old subscribers know this. I keep talking a lot about ESI, which is earn, save, invest. Once again, let's revisit that because you bachas, you need push. Otherwise, you people get relaxed and you're seeing all my fancy stuff, BMW, that, this. You're also trying to spend like that. Don't do that. This is all YouTube. We make content out of it. We make money while doing that. If you're doing the same thing and that is generating money for you, then it's fine, but it's not right. Be very careful with your choices where you're spending your money. Right now, I think inflation is somewhere around 7% per annum. You have to make at least 8% per annum or at least 7% per annum so that the value of your money stays put. For examul, last year, Gandhiji's ulta, 1 second. For example, last year, let's say 500 rupees ke liye you would get at least 6 to 7 liters of petrol, but now, no, this is, no, don't hear it. You're getting just maybe 4.5 liters of petrol, 110 rupees close to that. So this is the same thing. If you have saved this in your pocket, the currency would still hold its value, but you wouldn't get 6 liters of petrol like before. You would get lesser. So the value of it is going. That is the reason, take this and don't put it in your pocket, put it in the bank's pocket, basically FD. But that is not enough. It is giving only 6 to, these days they increase it to maybe 7% for senior citizens and then tax on it. So it is actually not able to beat inflation. The better place to put this money is stock market so that the value of this keeps increasing. The value of this 500 rupees should be 550 rupees or maybe 600 rupees. So basically in this particular video, let's talk about 3 ways of investing into the stock market, how we can take the advantage of the growing markets and hopefully raise inflation. Hopefully, 9. You can. Now there are more than 3 ways of investing into the stock market, but let's keep it simple. I'm assuming you guys have just started or not been started. So first way, buying a stock. A simple stock like let's say Reliance. In order to buy that stock, you need a facilitator. You need a piece of technology, an app or something like that between you and the stock market. This is where the brokerage app comes in. It can be IND Money, it can be Grow, it can be Zerodha. Like I said, choice can be yours. End of the day, none of these brokerage apps hold your money. Your money goes into the demat account. Now what is demat account? Basically like you have a savings account for your money to park in, like in a bank. A demat account is somewhere you park your stocks. The moment you buy a Reliance stock or any XYZ stock from the stock market, once you buy that stock from the stock exchange using the brokerage app, it goes and it gets parked into the demat account. Now let's say you bought a stock at 100 rupees. Let's say it became 110 rupees after a couple of days. Now from your demat account, once again you use the same brokerage app to sell it. And once you sold it, you made those 10 rupees. That is your profit. Pretty simple. This is how a stock market works. Most of you guys might know it. Oh, one more thing, knowledge is very important in the stock market. Even pro level investors who have been doing this since decades have lost tons of money. For example, today itself, trust me, I have lost 80,000 rupees in one day. 68,000 rupees. Okay, it was 80,000 in the afternoon. It recovered a little bit. Disclaimer number 1. Without any knowledge, without doing proper research, do not buy a stock randomly. Even after doing a lot of research, there are times when you can lose a lot of money. Because it is not due to one factor that the market or a stock crashes. There are a million factors behind it. If we can predict it, everyone on this planet would be rich. That is the reason it's a very challenging thing to do. You get into investing only when you can hold for a long time. For example, I have 70,000 rupees lost today. If this was my emergency fund, I shouldn't be putting that much of money into the stock market. This is not an emergency fund. Once again, these are all my views, what I'm saying. I'm not encouraging you to follow me blindly. Don't do that. Listen to other proper financial advisors. I'm just sharing my story. How am I doing it? Coming to the point, because this is not my emergency fund, I'm okay holding it till it recovers. When will it recover? Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. Because I said I don't care about this money. I have that holding capacity. This kind of investment works for me long term. It's always better to invest for a long time instead of doing day trading, at least as a beginner. Anyways, the thing is buying a single stock, waiting on it. Once it increases its value, selling that single stock and making a little bit of profit out of it is how a simple stock market works. So to begin with, all you need is a brokerage account with a brokerage app. To create an account, there is no charges for it. It's absolutely free. You just buy at that price and then you take the delivery of that stock T+1, which means the transaction day +1. Almost the third day you will have it in your demat account. You can continue holding them for long term or you can sell them. It's up to you what you want to do with it. That is how you do long term investing, through delivery of stocks. And if you're a little bit of a pro level investor, if you know what you're doing, if you know the market, you have deep knowledge about how the markets work, about that particular stock, then you can do day trading. This is the second way of investing. So basically the word itself suggests day trading. You trade that stock in that same day. So basically you're not waiting for a long term for the benefit. Whatever little percentage you get, like 1%, it depends on a lot of news and how the market is working that day. You might sell it on the same day for a loss or for profit. That is basically day trading. When you see the stock market graphs, it's always up, down, up, down. So all fluctuations throughout the day is where you lose money or make money. Whenever it goes up, you make a profit. Whenever it is going down and if you bought it here, then you're making a loss. Some proper successful day traders have made a lot of money, but then not everyone will be able to make that much amount of money. And that is the main reason making money on the stock market is extremely challenging and most dangerous. You will need a ton of research to be a day trader. You need to be doing active research. You need to follow the news. You need to have a lot of time dedicated to it. And your stress levels will be off the roof when the price fluctuates and goes down especially. So if you're a beginner, I would suggest you not to do that. Hold for longer. Look for a long-term benefit. Once again, for day trading as well, you will need a brokerage account and a demat account. Not always you need a demat account, because typically in day trading, you don't take delivery of that stock. You're just holding it there and selling it off in the market itself. But yeah, you will need a brokerage account. Basically, once again, IND Money, Grow, Zerodha, whatever your favorite app is. But then for day trading, there is a chota sa catch. These things are charged. It's a very minute charge, a very basic charge. Every app has a different charge, very minimal. Typically around 20 rupees flat, or I think 0.03 to 0.05%, whichever is lower. Once again, depending on which app you're using. Now forget about all of this. I would suggest you people to start with something very popular these days, mutual funds, MFs. You'll have a bank or financial institution who are kind of experts on the stock market. There's a particular person sitting there who believes in a certain industry. It can be agriculture, pharma, IT, a wide range of sectors and industries. Instead of you putting your money into one particular stock, what this institution or the fund manager is going to do is he's going to split your stock into multiple industries. So let's say you invested 1 lakh rupees in Reliance. Your money is going to go into one stock. You're going to get a couple of shares of it. If the stock price of Reliance goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you're going to lose money. But But mutual fund, the advantage of mutual fund, as it's invested into a lot of companies, can be 10, 15, 20, 40, 100, depends on that particular mutual fund. Basically, there'll be a portfolio of a lot of stock. That 1 lakh rupees is invested into so many companies, and your risk is diversified. Your profit is also diversified, but nothing else matters. Your money is important, so diversification of your risk is very important. So I would suggest, if you're a beginner, start with a mutual fund. Majority of the times you get a decent return in mutual funds, maybe around 12 to 15%. Easily beats inflation, easily beats FDs, but that's not always the case, because once again, there's always a star mark related to the stock market. That is the reason every movie or an ad, you would listen to this.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
They're subject to market risks. Now, let's say out of the 40 or 50 companies inside a mutual fund, 10 have been in loss. They're underperforming horribly. But there are other 10 or 15 stocks which are performing really well. Basically, the overall value of your mutual fund, your profits are diversified. Instead of going into total loss, you'll make a little bit of profit. That's the idea of mutual fund. But then keep in mind, mutual funds are not free, obviously. They charge a minimal fee for it. Obviously, the bank or the institution or that fund manager needs to survive. He needs to make money, right? So they charge a nominal fee which is called the expense ratio. Before buying a mutual fund, do check it out. There'll be somewhere written expense ratio. That is what is being charged to you when you buy a mutual fund. And there is a certain value to this mutual fund. Like a stock has a certain value. Once again, let's take Reliance for an example. If the value of that is 2,000 rupees, that's stock value. Similarly, mutual funds also have a value, right? Which is called NAV, net asset value. This NAV is nothing but the equivalent of a stock price. If you ask me, or go and ask any investor, mutual funds are the safest way to invest into the stock market, because like I told you, once again, your risk is being diversified. If you have some bulk money and you want to invest it into the stock market, a good way of entering into a mutual fund is by investing into the index mutual fund. Basically, it tries to replicate our entire index. It can be either Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange. If you go and research deeper, you can see something called Nifty 50 Index Mutual Fund. Basically, the fund manager tries to focus on all the Nifty 50 companies. Now, what are Nifty 50 companies? And I wanted to keep it simple, but these terms are very important if you're just getting into it. They basically replicate the 50 best stocks, not even best, let's say top 50 stocks of India, the blue chip companies. So your money is invested into all these Nifty 50 companies, and the risk is, once again, mutual fund theory, diversified. Whatever we spoke till now is for the people who already have some money to invest. For the ones who just started earning, or if you're a student who is getting like pocket money, instead of taking that hard-earned money every month and putting that total amount into a stock market or a mutual fund, I would suggest to do the 50-30-20 rule. Actually, I should have spoken about this in the beginning itself, but in case you missed that video, there's a link in the description for that particular video where I spoke about 50-30-20 rule. 50% of the income you make should be your needs. Needs can be basic requirements like food, shelter, basic clothes. It can be gas, electricity, fuel. All this comes under basic needs. 30% of your income should go into your wants. You shouldn't neglect what you like, what you want, but strictly inside that 30%. You can buy your shoes, you can buy a watch, whatever you can do. Baki ka 20% of your salary or your income should go into investments. Month on month, every single month from your income should definitely go into investment. Make it a habit. Discipline is more important than anything else when it comes to wealth creation. Now, let's say your salary is only 10,000 and you have only 2,000 per month left to invest. You can grow slowly, alright? Start a SIP, something called systematic investment plan. Every month, you invest a certain amount of money, let's say that 2,000 rupees. SIP can be as low as, I think, 500 rupees is the least you can invest in a SIP. That 500 rupees will be invested into a mutual fund that you selected on a monthly basis. So every month, 500 will be deducted from the account you have given. The best part about SIP is you can specify a certain date and you can instruct your bank to automatically deduct like an EMI into the SIP account, which is definitely the best way to invest if you're a beginner. And it doesn't matter if your salary is low or high, you have to do a SIP as well. You have to do mutual funds only when you have bulk amount. Suddenly sold something or made some extra money, a bonus or something, you should put that into mutual funds. Baki ka pura you try to do a SIP. And one more reason SIP is better is because it creates that practice, it creates that discipline of investing. Problem with manually investing is that we're all humans. Suddenly you want to take your family on a trip, or you want to take a personal trip or go out, and that month you might not have that extra money to invest. You might be like, next month kar lenge, it's okay. The discipline part is going to break when you manually invest. Automating all these things is very good because obviously it becomes automatic, just like an EMI. In case you guys want to know my portfolio about mutual funds, about which which mutual funds did I invest in, what SIPs am I doing, all those more details, let me know. Maybe next video I'll try to talk about them. All this is one side, but don't forget enjoying life as well, okay? Make sure you enjoy, have fun, have a good time, have a goal in mind where to reach, how much money you want to make in your life. I'm not saying exact figures, but have a rough idea. That way you'll have clarity about what you want to do, what you want to achieve, how much of efforts you want to put. If you're going without a goal, then you'll keep running straight without any proper path the entire life. Now let's consider this particular video as the first part of the different types of investments you can make. We covered normal stocks, mutual funds and SIPs. You can do more with your money. All those other things a little bit complicated like futures and options and all of this I'll talk about maybe in future. For now, immediately consider investing. Go start a mutual fund, go start a SIP, use the 50-30-20% rule, and main thing, create the discipline. Alright, and do not ever forget, you shouldn't be working for money. Make money work for you, dude. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I know it might not be so enjoyable but more informative. So then I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Take care.